everybody, what is up and welcome back to the channel. And today I've got another review for you guys, and it's on the Electro harmonix Nano metal muff with noise gate. Now this little pedal is pretty freaking awesome. If you guys like to play hard rock or metal, this little pedal has amazing distortion in it. It's a fun pedal, and it's really a great upgrade from the little Nano that was the 2-knob volume distortion with the little scoop switch on it. I really like this thing. I like the fact that it has the knobs. It doesn't have the little scoop switch down here anymore, and it's super awesome. And we will get into this, and I'm going to get it set up over here so you guys can do it. I've got another camera set up here right now. I'm trying to do something a little different, and hopefully I can create a split screen so you guys can see me talking while that's over, so I don't have to keep jumping around and filming. But we're going to test that out today. But we're going to do a couple riffs. We're going to cover this real quick. There's not a whole lot to do because we're just doing this distortion pedal. So give me a minute. Let me get it plugged in and set up, and we will get it going, and we'll let you guys get some sounds out of it. Okay, everybody. So for today's video, I'm going to be playing my James Hetfield Signature Series LTD in the QO Camo Snakebite. I love this guitar, and I figure if we're doing a metal pedal, we need to do a metal guitar. We're also going to be running straight from the pedal here. We're going straight into this orange 212 cab with a Crush 120 100-watt head, and that's going straight out to you guys. I've got it mic'd through my camera. I got a mic here, and I got a mic up there, so hopefully we get some decent sounds out of it. And we're going to get into this. So hopefully you guys are going to be able to see this here as well. I've got this camera a little closer here so you kind of see me talking. But hopefully that's going to work out. I got to try to figure out a split screen. If not, you're just going to have to deal with this long distance thing. So anyway, over here on the pedal, this is the Nano metal muff with noise gate. You've got a volume, you've got the noise gate, you've got distortion, you've got treble, you've got mid, and you've got bass. Okay, and that is what you got on the pedal. And you got a split switch to turn it on and off. We actually already have it turned on, but just stomp on it, turn it on and off. We've got the volume set. So right now our settings on this pedal are, we got the volume a little over halfway, we've got the noise gate off, we've got the distortion at 11 o'clock, treble is at 1 o'clock, mid is at noon, and the bass is at noon. And this is the sound you're going to get. I think that's a pretty killer sound. That's actually the settings that I like on the pedal, but we're going to give you guys a couple different settings. I'm going to turn up the treble and change the mids and the bass a little bit for you guys. But first, let me show you the difference in the distortion. Let's mess with that knob first. Like I said, we're just under 12 o'clock. We're at 11 o'clock, but we're going to turn it up now. This is at 1 o'clock. That's at 1 o'clock. Let's take it to 3 o'clock. think you just kind of lose it all after about noon, so let's roll it back. I'm going to take it back to just about 11 o'clock again, because that's kind of my sweet spot. Let me actually show you what it's like when you turn it all the way off, now that I think about it. So that's all the way down. That's all the way down, and this is at 9 o'clock. This is what you get at 9 o'clock with this. So it doesn't take much to really get some distortion out of it, but you are not going to turn that distortion off. Now, like I said, I like it at about 11. That's kind of where I like it at. Find that sweet spot at 11, and that's kind of where I like to leave it. Now let's mess with the treble and see what you get on the treble. We're going to cut the treble back to 11, and this is what you get. It gets kind of muddied up, so you definitely want to go about noon with the treble. Usually start there. I figured out with this pedal is that if you turn everything up to noon, let's say we just go noon with everything, just roll everything at noon. This is what you get, everything at noon. And this is how I like to start when I'm messing with the pedal. Start everything at noon, and so you get all except for the noise gate and the volume. I got the volume turned up a little bit. This is what you get with everything else at everything at noon, this pedal sounds really, really good. So I'm going to cut that distortion back just a hair again. I like it just under 11. And then let's mess with the treble and open that up a little bit. Let's cut the mids a little bit. We're going to open up the treble, cut the mids, cut the bass. We're going to put the bass down at about, this is about 9 o'clock. We're going to put the mid at about 11, and we're going to take the treble to 1. And this is what you get. Let me cut that volume up a little bit more. About right there. Give you a little more volume because that was a little low. good metally sound as well. And that's a good spot for the mids as well. I think, you know, with the treble at 1, the mids at about 11, and your bass cut down to about 9 o'clock. Sounds pretty good. Let's bring that bass up, though, a little bit. Let's bring some bass into it. Let's take the bass to about 11 and see what kind of sound we get there. Seems a little bit chunkier, and I kind of like that. So let's see what that sounds like. Really good. I think that's a really good sound. The bass at 11. We're running the bass at 11. We've got the mid set at about 11, and then we've got the treble about 1. And I think that's a really good sound too. But you can get a lot of different sounds. I'm not going to sit here and turn $20 million for the next hour and stuff. Just trying to give you an idea how it works. Now you also have a noise gate on this as well. And the noise gate works really well. When you kick that noise gate on, the more you get it, you'll notice as soon as I hit it, nothing. Dead air. Now, you can adjust that more or less. I haven't been using noise gate, but if I had this noise gate right now, so if I turn it on, let's see where it'll kick in. So it's turned on right now. Let's see when it kicks off. Right there. So that's about 2 o'clock when it kicks off to that point where it'll start making noise. But it's still gonna work. But this noise gate, depending on what you're running, what you're playing, like I can set it right here. That's about 9 o'clock, and I think that's probably a good spot for this with the amp that I'm playing, because you can hear there's no sound coming out of it. But then as soon as I've got a good sound. So I think it's a great pedal, and I love the fact that it has a noise gate built into it. It really gives it a really good sound. And like I said, you can just run this thing start at noon. Playing around with this, just playing this in video, I think I found me another setting that I really like, which is really cool. So I'm going to mess with that some more. But I'll play one more riff for you guys on this setting, and then we'll wrap up this video, and I'll talk about why I like this one over the other ones the other metal muffs that I have. Not that I don't like them, but this one I think is the top one now for me as far as the metal muffs goes. So let's do another riff, and let's wrap this up. That riff up. But anyway, you guys get the idea. Whoops, wrong volume. I was playing in the wrong spot for that one because it's actually supposed to be here. mistakes. It happens. So there you guys go. I'll take it back a little bit. Let's I'm gonna put the bass back up to there. We're gonna run the mids back to noon again. Let's see what you guys think. All right, let's do this. This is what we're gonna do real quick. I'm gonna put the bass at 11. I'm gonna run the mids at 11, and I'm gonna run the treble at 1 o'clock. Distortion's gonna be at 11. And let's see if you guys like that sound better or you like the next sound. So this is going to be sound number 1. See if I can remember what I was doing. Sound 1. Now we're gonna cut the treble back to noon. Well, yeah, about noon. Treble's gonna be at about noon. We're gonna take the mids to noon. We're gonna do everything at noon. Okay, so treble, middle, and bass, noon clock. Let's see what we got. Which one do you guys like better, number 1 or number 2? I'm just curious. Now, the one other thing I'm doing, I'm going to give you a third sound. We're going to kick out just the treble to 1 o'clock. We're going to leave the mid at noon and the bass at noon and see what you guys think about that, okay? And that's going to be the last sound. We're going to give you guys 3, and then you guys can tell me which one you like best. So there's 3 different settings on this metal muff. You guys tell me which one you like the best, 1, 2, or 3. Like I said, the first one was the treble was at 1 o'clock, the mid was at 11, and the bass was at 11. The second one was everything at noon, and the third one is actually just the treble turned up to 1 o'clock. Everything else is at noon, except for the distortion. The distortion is actually at about 11 o'clock. So you guys tell me which one you liked the best out of those 3 sounds. I'd be curious to hear it. Hopefully it sounded good to you guys. Hopefully you can get an idea of it. Hopefully this all recorded well. And that's it. That's the metal muff, the Nano metal muff with the noise gate. And the noise gate is awesome. Works really well. Let me put this guitar down though, and I'm going to tell you guys why I like this one the best out of all the ones that I have. And I have 3 of them now. So I have the Nano, the little Nano. This is a metal muff. This is the Nano right here. And I love this pedal. The only thing I don't like is they put this little switch right here. And any of you guys that have used this live, and the other one that I have is the next step up from this that has the 3 knobs on it. That one has that switch there too. Now I like the switch. I just wish they would move it from here to here. And the reason why that is because if you're playing live and you wear boots like I do a lot of times, and you're stomping on this thing, I've had my boot hit this switch and knock it from the setting that I had on it while I was playing live, or even at band practice when I was practicing live. And that changes the total sound of what you're doing, because this is a low scoop and a high scoop. So if you're playing low scoop and then you kick it on the high scoop, there's a really huge difference in what that sounds like, and it definitely throws everything off once you do that. So I wish they would move that. Now, you guys could take this down or whatever you wanted to, but that is why I ended up keep going, because I love the sound of the metal muffs, but I just didn't like where the switch was. And then when I found this one, doesn't have the switch, just has the knobs, that solved the problem. And this thing is $84, all right? This is an amazing pedal. It's built like a tank. These are all built really well, and it sounds awesome. And if you play rock and metal, this pedal is the bomb. And for 84 bucks, you cannot beat it, you know. And this thing, I love the sound of this one over a Metal Zone, and I have a Metal Zone. But this thing, hands down, just such a better sounding thing, and I just love it. It's built really well. Great sound and everything. I will leave a link down below where you guys can get this pedal. And if you guys use that link and actually go and buy something through using that link, you know, buying the pedal and stuff, that'll help support the channel. So if you guys want to help support the channel and help me be able to buy more of these things to do videos and stuff with, then click on the link that I have down below and go to there and buy the pedal, or buy whatever. I mean, buy the pedal, and then that actually helps support the channel a little bit. So if you guys want to help support the channel, that's one way you guys can do it, is by using the links that I put down below in my videos and going to those places that they're linked to and actually purchasing these items, and that actually, you know, gives me a penny or two to go towards being able to buy more of these pedals to try out. So there you guys go. That's what I got for you. I hope you guys liked the video. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Tell me what you guys think about it. Tell me which one of those settings that you guys like the best, or what settings you would like to use on it, or you would use on it. And just your thoughts on the pedal in general and stuff. And so yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Great pedal. I definitely recommend Electro harmonix gear. I mean, it's built really well. I've got a bunch of electromonic stuff, and it works really awesome. And they're just built really well, and they've been around a long time. So definitely check out their stuff. Check out this pedal. Click on the link below if you're going to. And we'll see you guys on the next video. So take care.